From the Bob Mills Weather Center, the Oklahoma weather expert, Travis Meyer.
Oh, I tell you what, we've had such awesome weather for Halloween. You couldn't ask for better weather. And now we have a massive storm. This is looking out into the Pacific. And again, this is the United States, here's Canada. And now this doesn't look like much, but look how much real estate it's taking up there. That's almost 2/3 of Canada. It's not in Canada, but about 2/3 the size of it. That is diving southeastward. It's going to be real interesting how this all plays out, because as that moves to the south and to the east, we have a quick little system coming across the area tonight and tomorrow morning. But we're watching that dive deep southwest. And when something like that happens in winter, we're like, what's going on? Well, we're not quite into winter yet as far as nasty, nasty weather, but we are going to be into a kind of a late spring weather. Also, fall is just like spring because there's a battle zone going on. So we do have a risk of some severe weather in western Oklahoma on Thursday afternoon. Large hail, damaging winds, and a few tornadoes. And snow across much of the intermountain regions of the west as well. And then as it moves on into Friday, that moves a little bit further east. Notice how it's knocking on the door for Tulsa. There's a chance of severe weather here as we get on into Friday night, the way it looks right now. This storm system still has to come on land first, and then once it's here, most of our modeling is saying that it's going to make a pretty big push and very big emphasis on the amounts of rainfall that could occur in our area. So on Saturday, that system is going to be pushing across the region, and then as we go into late Saturday afternoon, that'll finally moves out, so we could have rainy weather on Saturday, clearing out on Sunday. And then as we look on into next week, we're looking for relatively quiet weather for a little bit, but there's another system coming in. They'll bring in another fairly significant cold front, though, this time. What's the future forecast look like for November? Well, right now, it's hard to believe that we might say a little wetter than normal, drier than normal in the southeast, and wet out to the west, and heaven knows they'll take that. And we're talking about, what about temperatures? Well, a little bit warmer than normal. So pretty much your bill for heating and cooling is going to be a little bit less in November, and I think everybody's going to say hallelujah on that one. Anyway, tonight all is quiet across the area. We're looking at 58 degrees. It's been a very fun evening for a lot of the ghosts and goblins that have been outside. Humidity values are starting to go up just a little bit. Dew point hanging around 41, which means there's some moisture, but not a ton. So tonight we should drop in the 40s. In fact, we're down to 49 at Bixby at this hour, generally in the low to mid 50s most areas. And that's the same story across the state of Oklahoma, except notice out west. Why is it warmer out there? Stronger south winds that are sitting out into western Oklahoma. Tomorrow morning, again, cool. We'll be in the mid 40s across the area. As we go through the daytime hours, partly sunny. That storm system that I was telling you about, that fast one that's coming through, have a few clouds, but overall temperatures in the mid to maybe upper 70s. Again, enjoy it. It's not going to last forever. You might be thinking about Christmas lights too, because once it gets cold, it's not as much fun putting up Christmas lights for some of us. 70s on Wednesday afternoon, another warm day. So we get Tuesday and Wednesday, and then Thursday, the threat of severe weather will be coming in the evening out in western Oklahoma. I don't show that in the afternoon when we're in the 70s, but that's like 3 days in the 70s, and then we get a fourth day. Not as much, because rain chances will be increasing by Friday late afternoon or evening. So a lot of high school football games could be dealing with showers and a few thunderstorms. Higher probability of severe weather would come in Friday night into Saturday morning. This isn't something I show very often. What is that? Potential rainfall. I don't even know if I have that map. I can't believe it. But we're talking about 2 to 3 inches of rain, potentially more. In fact, a couple of our computer models are saying could be isolated areas of 5 or 6 inches of rain. We'll have to wait and see how that storm system comes up before we're real sure about it, but we know it's going to rain. We're pushing very high limits for that far out. And then on Monday into Tuesday, there's another system that could be coming in. And then as the cold fronts start hitting more frequently, they're going to be knocking us down to where it's actually going to get cold again over the course of the second week. In the meantime, if you love warm weather or nicer weather, just enjoy that. Also, daylight saving time ends this Saturday night, Sunday morning early. And don't forget to set your clocks back 1 hour, as we say, fall back 1 hour. All right, here's the forecast then. All is quiet across the area and cool in the morning. Already up to near 70 by noontime, and we're in the upper 70s. And winds start to pick up. It'll be very, very windy as we get on into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday in advance of that storm system. Chance of rain continue to go up as that storm starts to show up. And then it gets cooler, and then it gets really cool 9 days, 10 days out. But right now, enjoy your 70s, because it's not going to last forever.